Hello students, under the topic vector differentiation, here we have result 17. So here it is given that r vector is equal to xi vector plus yj vector plus zk vector for all f of r. We have to show that nebula cross f of r vector is equal to 0. That is, the curl of f of r multiplied with r vector will be equal to 0. So we have to prove this result now. To prove this result, we are going to make use of a vector identity which we have learnt previously. So this is the identity that we are going to make use of. We know that nebula cross a scalar point function multiplied with a vector point function is given by nebula phi cross a vector plus phi multiplied with nebula cross a vector. So this vector identity we are going to make use of in order to prove this result. So here it is given that is the left hand side is nebula cross f of r multiplied with r vector. So when you compare with this identity, at the place of phi we are having f of r, and at the place of a we are having r vector. So at the place of phi we are having f of r, and at the place of a vector we are having r vector. Having this, we are going to prove this result. So therefore this will be equal to, first is nebula phi. What is phi? It is f of r. So nebula f of r cross product with a vector. A vector is r vector. So cross product with r vector plus phi multiplied with, so f of r multiplied with nebula cross a vector. So nebula cross a vector is what? R vector. So we have obtained this now. Now if you see, here we are going to make use of a vector identity which we have learnt previously. That is, we know that nebula f of r is equal to f dash of r multiplied with r cap. So that we are going to substitute here. And also we know that nebula cross r vector is equal to 0. So these two identities we are going to make use of over here. So therefore this left hand side, that is nebula cross f of r multiplied with r vector will be equal to, if you see we have nebula f of r over here, so instead of nebula f of r we will replace it by f dash of r multiplied with r cap and then cross product with this r vector plus f of r multiplied with, what is nebula cross r vector, is it is equal to 0. So multiplied with 0. So that is further equal to f dash of r, and what is r cap? It is r vector divided by r, and then cross product with r vector plus f of r into 0 will be 0. We know that r vector cross r vector is equal to 0 vector. So r vector cross r vector is equal to 0 vector. So we are going to make use of that concept over here. So therefore, if this is 0, this completely becomes 0, and hence nebula cross f of r multiplied with r vector is equal to 0. So hence we have proved the required result. So having this concept, we can say that the following result that we are going to see is also equal to 0. So let us see that now. Now here we have nebula cross r cube r vector is equal to 0. So in order to prove this, we can in fact directly say from this result. We know that nebula cross f of r multiplied with r vector is equal to 0. Now at the place of f of r, we have r cube over here. So applying that result, directly we can say that it is equal to 0. Or we can also derive it by using the vector identities that we have learnt previously. So first we will write the vector identity which we have learnt previously. So first we are going to make use of this identity, that is nebula cross phi a vector is equal to nebula phi cross product with a vector plus phi multiplied with nebula cross a vector. Now if you compare with the given question, we see that at the place of phi we are having r cube, and at the place of a vector we are having r vector. So applying this result, what we get is, that is the left hand side nebula cross r cube r vector is equal to, first is nebula phi. Nebula, what is phi? R cube. So nebula r cube cross product with a vector which is r vector plus 5 multiplied with r cube multiplied with nebula cross a vector which is r vector. So this we have written. Now again here we are going to make use of a result, that is nebula f of r is equal to f dash of r multiplied with r cap. Now if you see, at the place of f of r we have r cube over here. So f of r is what? R cube. So what will be f dash of r? It will be equal to 3r square. So that we are going to apply over here. And also we know that nebula cross r vector is equal to what? 0. So that also we are going to make use of. So now applying these two results, what we get is, so this left hand side, that is nebula cross r cube r vector is equal to, so applying this result first. First is what? F dash of r. What is f dash of r? 3r square. So 3r square multiplied with r cap. So for this we have used this result. Then what we have? Cross r vector plus r cube multiplied with this, that is we know that this is equal to 0. So we have 0 over here. Now r cap can be written as what? R vector divided by r, cross product with r vector plus this is 0 already. But we know that r vector cross r vector is equal to 0 vector, therefore it is equal to 0. Hence we have proved that nebula cross r cube r vector is equal to 0. So we are done with this result 18. In a similar manner, let us prove result 19. So here we have result 19, which I have already worked out for you. Like how we had nebula cross r cube r vector equal to 0. In a similar manner, same method we have to follow. Instead of r cube, we have r square over here. And so therefore after differentiation, it will be 2r r cap. And then changing it as r vector by r, we get the whole thing to be equal to 0. So go through this proof step by step. You will surely understand it. Now we will see result 20. Now here we have result 20. We have to prove that nebula cross r cap is equal to 0. Now in order to prove this, first we should know what is r cap. It is equal to r vector divided by r. So let us write that. So we will consider the left hand side. So the left hand side is nebula cross r cap, which can be written as nebula cross r vector divided by r. So if you rewrite it in a proper manner, you can write it as nebula cross 1 by r vector. So if you see, it is like nebula cross 5 multiplied with a vector. So we should make use of that identity now. So when we make use of this identity, what we get is, here we have on the left hand side nebula cross r cap, that is equal to what? This one. Now here this is 5. 5 is equal to 1 by r and a vector is what? R vector. So we shall make use of this identity over here. So first it will be nebula 5. So it will be nebula 1 by r. Cross product with a vector. But what is a vector? It is r vector plus 5 multiplied with. So 5 is 1 by r multiplied with nebula cross a vector is r vector. So we have applied this result. Now here again we are going to make use of another result, that is nebula f of r. This is like f of r. So what do we know about nebula f of r? We know that nebula f of r is equal to f dash of r multiplied with r cap. And also we know that nebula cross r vector is equal to 0. So these two identity we are going to make use of over here now. So if you compare with this, we see that f of r is equal to what? F of r is equal to 1 by r. So what will be f dash of r? It will be minus 1 by r square, because this is like r to the power minus 1. So when you differentiate, you get minus 1 r to the power minus 1, which will be r to the power minus 2. So when bringing it to the denominator, you get minus 1 by r square. So we have to apply this over here. So what will happen to nebula cross r cap? It will be equal to, now instead of nebula f of r, that is 1 by r, we will make use of this formula. First we should write f dash of r. It is equal to minus 1 by r square multiplied with r cap, and then we have applied it now. This formula we have applied. Then cross product with r vector. So cross product with r vector plus 1 by r multiplied with what? 0, because nebula cross r vector is 0. So we have put 0 over here. So that is equal to negative 1 by r square. What is r cap? It is r vector by r. Cross product with r vector plus this is going to become 0. But we know that r vector multiplied with r vector is 0. Cross product of same vectors, it is equal to 0. Therefore this completely becomes 0 itself. So this is how we get r the nebula cross r cap to be equal to 0. Here we have result 21. So nebula cross r vector by r square is equal to 0. Again, using the same concepts and same methods, we can prove that it is equal to 0. So we have used the first identity and we have splitted up this term. And after splitting up, we know that nebula f of r is equal to f dash of r multiplied with r cap. So f dash of r of 1 by r square is minus 2 by r cube. So I have applied that over here and we arrive at this result. So kindly go through this patiently. So here we have the final result of this video lecture, which is result 22, and this is very important for the examination. And in order to prove this result, again we are going to make use of the vector identity, which is nebula cross phi a vector is equal to, we know that it is nebula phi cross product with a vector plus phi multiplied with nebula cross a vector. Now when you compare here, we see that at the place of phi we are having r to the power n, and at the place of a vector we are having r vector. So applying this identity over here, we get nebula cross r to the power n r vector to be equal to. So first we have nebula phi. So if you see nebula, what is phi? It is r to the power n. Then cross product with a vector. What is a vector? It is r vector plus phi multiplied with. So phi is r to the power n multiplied with nebula cross a vector, which is r vector. So we have obtained this. Now again here we are going to make use of another result. That is, we know that nebula f of r is equal to f dash of r multiplied with r cap. Now when you compare this, we see that at the place of f of r, we are having r to the power n. So what will be f dash of r? It will be equal to n r to the power n minus 1. And also nebula cross r vector, this will be, we know that nebula cross r vector is equal to 0. So we are going to make use of this result over here. So let us apply these two results here. So we get the left hand side is what? It is nebula cross r power n r vector. This is equal to, first we have nebula r power n, that is nebula f of r, that is equal to f dash of r. So n r to the power n minus 1 multiplied with r cap. So multiplied with r cap. So this is done. Now here we have cross product with r vector plus r to the power n, and what is this? This is equal to 0. So multiplied with 0. Further this will be equal to n r to the power n minus 1, and r cap is equal to, we know that r cap is r vector divided by r. So we shall apply that over here. So it is r vector divided by r cross product with r vector plus this is 0. But we know that r vector, cross product of same vectors is equal to 0. So again applying that over here, we get this to be completely equal to 0. Therefore nebula cross r to the power n r vector is equal to 0. So with this we are done with our proof. That is, we have proved that nebula cross r to the power n r vector is equal to 0. So hope you have understood all the results that we have derived in this video lecture. Thank you.